talking. So we have a house on a plot of land which we are looking to knock down and rebuild. The architect we'd been speaking to didn't completely get what we meant by our ideas. Put a shout out on an advice forum for ideas of somebody that could help us draw up the plans. Pretty much where we were, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think it was the fact that we knew exactly what we wanted and the design we wanted. So we'd approached a few architects, and they're coming back with the standard crazy architects quotes, and they were actually we just wanted the plans, wanted to get to the planning stage, and we're going to self-build ourselves. So and that's when we came across you guys.
Of rooms, so we have that knowledge ourselves, and knowing our plot, we've lived here for 7 years, knowing where the light goes, knowing where we can and can't put the windows, we had a very, very strong idea of what we wanted, and we got a couple of new quotes off architects, and they were coming in at maybe £8,000 or something for the full job, and for them to design from scratch, which wasn't what we were after.
And we couldn't find the service that we wanted until we sort of came across you guys. We just wanted someone to draw it up and work with us on what we wanted, which was worked really well with you guys. But it's the communication. You'll agree the changes you want to make to something, and then you won't. I try and call, you won't hear because they're very busy with other things, and then maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks later, you get the next iteration, and then you would make a few comments, and then maybe another few weeks. I've been really, really pleasantly surprised. Obviously, going with the Zoom thing with you guys is
and
how
WhatsApp
is how much correspondence and communication we've had, and how easy it's been. It's been a breath of fresh air compared to any experience I've had with architects before. In that and it works well with us. Obviously, it's outsourced abroad, a lot of this, and so it's an evening call often. Early evening call we'll go through all the points, and then it's just a process of trial and error, backwards and forwards, changing the iterations and until you get what you need. So for me, it's been a far better experience than the traditional experience that we've certainly encountered with architects in the past without any Zoom or anything like that before. Say the 3D model and the CGIs are great, especially the CGIs for us, and also showing everybody when we go to explaining to anybody, any supplier, what I'm trying to price things up at the moment. We're still waiting planning permission at the moment, but I'm just trying to get an idea. But obviously, having a CGI, people can instantly visualize what we're trying to achieve from that point of view. So that has worked really well, and it was a very simple process of going backwards and forwards with you guys on WhatsApp and on Zoom calls to get to that point with those.
And I think with our elevations, we chose to do them coloured, and our elevations are often in black and white, but we went for coloured rendered elevations for the planning.
I think it's Photoshop, didn't you?
And they make a difference as well, but they don't really give the impression of the whole building as a 3D model or as a CGI does, because they are flat. The point of them is face on flat elevation. So for personal visualization, and for anyone, planning team, or as Jez said, could be any supplier or anything, it makes a real difference. And to have it affordable, to be able to do that is it produces a very smart presentation of application, but it's lovely to have yourselves and to show family and stuff as well. So it's definitely worth it, I think, in our opinion.
I was skeptical before we engaged you guys that how the process was going to work, but it's been a much better experience than any other experience I've had with architects, certainly over the Zoom and the WhatsApp. So very quick responses, which is what we want. I hate to have to wait a couple of weeks or a week or so before you get a response on anything. So yeah, no, it's been an absolute breeze. As I said earlier, the communication's been great, and and the response time has been great, and we've got exactly what we wanted.
I don't think we ever didn't get a response from you for whatever it was, us asking questions or coming back to you on things that you needed to know stuff, or us feeding back what the planning consultant said. Whatever the situation, it was probably maximum of 12 hours, definitely under 24 hours. We'd always hear back from you, and even if you couldn't, you know, do it straight away, you'd say this will be done within the next, you know, 48 hours, but we would get response at least, which I think is great for, you know, being willing to have a WhatsApp communication like that, so that you will keep us informed as much as where you are with everything is really good, because that's what you do sometimes suffer from. You leave someone a message and they never come back to you, so it's great being able to communicate.
Extremely good values compared to anything else we've done, and I kept on saying where's the catch, and it never came. So yeah, we're very pleasantly surprised with the service and how well everything's turned out.
This is the catch.
Yeah, this is the catch. We do a video. Yeah.
Our team consists of international architects, people from different countries, like me from Ukraine, Russia, from Sweden. Did you find any challenges in communication with international architects, with people from different countries?
No.
We've had no problem with communication. I don't think we obviously didn't particularly speak to many of the architects. We spoke to your designers and such, but in anyone we have dealt with through you guys, who have been
fluent in English and just been easy to correspond with. I mean, I think we're dealing with some guys in India for the CGI and the original 3D model, and yeah, it was excellent communication with them and you guys. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, I never worked with anything being outsourced out of the country on a project like this before, and yeah, now I can see why people do it, because it's definitely the way forward. So if you can collaborate with people all over the world who they might as well just be in the same room. It doesn't matter where they are with modern technology. It's been brilliant. Yeah,
we'll come back to you in the future if we
yes,
if we need to, we'll be back.
Yeah, of course. That's why we are here for.
All right, brilliant.
Thank
you guys. Take care.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.